offensively, they're playing well again. The key to an offense, right, as to whether you're playing good offense or not, in terms of the pure offense, are you getting good shots? Okay. Now, what the payoff is that convinces people that you are having a good offensive night is by hitting the shot. But from an X and O point of view, are you getting shots? That's good offense if you're getting shots. Penn State's getting shots, and right now they're making it pay off. I mean, they shot 54% last night. Their three-point shooting was not great, but they weren't stubborn about it either. To start the second half, Kayden Mingo, who did not have a great night shooting threes, he ended up 1 for 7, but that one was down the stretch, which was a big one. He started driving to the ball of the bucket, driving the ball of the bucket, driving it to the bucket, then eventually got himself to the free throw line. And yes, at the free throw line, I mean, Josh Reed and Ivan Juric had tough nights. Everybody else hit their free throws. Again, you've got to look at who's taking the shots. Juric should be a good free throw shooter. He should be. I know what he's doing. How can you hit threes, which he does, and not be a good free throw shooter? Right? He's got to get himself in a crouch, and he's got to shoot toward the basket. Oh, no, everybody shoots toward the basket. No, understand, I'm talking about the body has to be shooting toward the basket. Okay? You watch him. He's a little stiff, and when he shoots it, what does he do? He falls back a little bit from the basket and then shoots it. Okay? So he's got to make that adjustment, which they've been working on in practice, but that's what he needs to do. Tunja had foul trouble first half, played the entire second half, and just quietly played really well again. He had 10 points. He had 6 assists, played really well. And, you know, Freddie DeLeon has just quietly been off the bench, a guy that has played well, makes plays. Now, defensively, all right, they've got to somehow figure out to be a better defensive team, especially on the perimeter. They're creating too many openings, holes. And so they've got to be better there. Now, let's give you the quiet part. Again, the quiet part defense, you can talk about 52%. That is legit. That's a veteran team, good shooters. We mentioned that they are an excellent starting five, but they don't have much of a bench. And Penn State's bench won last night 24-13. In fact, Freddie DeLeon had as many bench points as Harvard did. Okay. But there's another hidden stat in there, right? Which, again, the 52% is a legit argument, and it tells you they've got to be a better defensive team. They've got to get this thing into the lower 40s, right? So they've got to do a better job of one-on-one defending, and you can't play zone the entire time. Mike has done a great job of picking his spots with the zone. In all these games, Mike has picked spots with the zone. And then he was going zone, and there was a timeout, right? What did Penn State do out of the timeout? Went back to man. Why? Because he expected Tommy to run a zone offensive play. Okay? Now let's get to the hidden part. Penn State, again, had only 7 turnovers last night. Only 2 in the second half. Penn State ended up forcing 13 turnovers. Of the 13 turnovers, 9 were steals. Now, what does that mean? That means 9 of those were live ball turnovers. When you have LBTs, it leads to great things. There were 19-4 on points off of turnovers last night. Penn State is now 90 points to 45 so far in 5 games, points off of turnovers. Again, that's the quiet part nobody's talking about. I get it. We look at the game differently, Dick and I do, than maybe some people do. Again, you are correct about the 52%. You are correct that they do a better job, especially with the perimeter defense. There's no question about that. Gave up some backdoor cuts, some backdoor slips. You are absolutely right. All of you saw it. Right? But there are a couple other things. When you are getting 9 steals, those are all live ball turnovers. And they got 19 points off him yesterday. What a difference. And you're not turning the ball over. When you have 9 live ball turnover steals and you yourself only have 7 total turnovers, okay, that's a big plus toward winning. They've got to, and the turnover number has been great. They're averaging only about 7 turnovers a game right now. That is outstanding. So that's where they are. 24 for Mingo last night. But again, he changed. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's not really there. It's not really there. So it's like drive to the bucket, drive to the bucket, drive to the bucket. That's what he did because he felt that was the best way to score and get points. Then he finally hit a 3 late, and he hit all 7 free throws. And he and DeLeon, in the final minute, Freddie and Kayden each hit their free throws down the stretch. There were 4 of 4 in the final 4 minutes. Close games this year. Penn State in the final 4 minutes is 14 of 15 at the line. So now they got Providence, really good test. That'll be at Mohegan Sun. Quick trip down I-95 from the capital of Rhode Island to Uncasville, Connecticut. Thanks for listening to Sports Talk with Steve Jones. Catch the latest from me on the 7 Mountain Sports YouTube page. Find clips of the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching up 7 Mountain Sports.